Prayer is not informative, because many of us think that prayer is informative. Well, I'm going to take it to God because he doesn't know. And I need to ask you something. How do you pray to a God that knows? He said, when you pray, do not use vain repetitions, as the heathen do. For the thing that will be heard because of much speaking. But when ye pray, he said, be ye not like unto them, for your Father knoweth. That's the third thing about our Father. He knows. And I want to take a moment to teach you how to pray to a God that knows. Because prayer is not informative. I'm not trying to inform God about something that he doesn't already know. How do you get the attention of a well-informed personality? He knows the pain on your spine. He knows the scar on your soul. He knows the trouble that you've been battling with for the past 6 years. Prayer is not informative. How do you communicate with a God that knows? Let me show you. In Matthew chapter 6, I want to read from verse 25 to verse 32. There is an issue of recalibration that we must bring into this matter. Therefore I say unto you, 25, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body, what ye shall put on. Is not life more than meat, and the body than raiment? Behold the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, neither gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much more than they? Which of you by taking thought can add 1 cubit unto his stature? And why take ye thought for raiment? Consider the lilies of the field, how they sow, they grow, they do not toil, neither do they spin. And yet I say unto you that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Wherefore, if God so clothe the grass of the field, which today is and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith? Take no thought, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or wherewithal shall we be clothed? For all these things do the Gentiles seek, and your heavenly Father, what? Knoweth that ye have need of these things. Let me stop here. We're talking about the God that knows. First of all, Jesus began to say, take no thought what you should eat, what you should drink, and wherewith you will be clothed. For your life is more than meat, and your body more than raiment. Then he uses 2 creatures to give us an illustration. And I don't have time to show you the fall and what we call the clean creatures. The clean creatures were the set of animals that the fall did not affect. They maintained their original manual. They are still operating the way they were designed to operate in spite of the fall. Those are the creatures that Noah offered as a sacrifice in order to make a petition to God when he came out of the ark after 40 days and 40 nights. Those clean creatures are the creatures that Moses recommended that the children of Israel can eat, if you still remember the Old Testament account. These animals maintained their original working principle even after the fall. So Jesus is using those animals as reference points. Let me get their names again. Lilies of the field and the fowls of the air. It says, can you see the fowls of the air? They do not sow, they do not reap, they do not gather into barns, but your heavenly Father feeds them. It's not heavenly Father to the birds, it's heavenly Father to you. Your heavenly Father feeds them. The bird leaves home knowing that your own heavenly Father will feed me. So it flies around, and there is no day that has come and gone without that bird being fed. So, consider the lilies of the field. Those ones that say operating according to their manual, the fall did not affect them. He said they do not spin. They don't have a fabric house. But Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of them. So he's trying to recalibrate us that the fall has affected us. It is the fall that brought the concern. What shall we eat? What shall we drink? And wherewithal shall we be clothed? For your heavenly Father knoweth that you have need of these things, O ye of little faith. So what Jesus was saying is that in relating with a God that knows, you relate with him by faith. So if you want to deal with your Father, you will need to trust him enough to believe that he will take care of you, because you are better than the lilies of the field. And I tell you this as a son of Africa. With all the disadvantage in my community, with all the disadvantage in my growing up, we are from the north, and that's where the spirit of the bond woman is. You need to may the Lord give you understanding. That's where we are. You are endangered to follow Jesus. in those places. How do you think we survive there? My Heavenly Father knows that I have need. It's by faith. It's not by the government. It's by faith in God. So in the woods, we rose by faith. In the darkness, we rose by faith. There's no infrastructure. We provide it. There is nothing to hope for. We provide it. We rose by faith. Please help me tell your neighbor, we rose by faith. So if you are going to deal with a God that knows, you must become a man of faith, sufficient in your God and trusting that your God is able. So part of your prayer is supposed to be informed by the fact that your Father is a God that knows, and in dealing with him, you are only reasonable to him in this regard when you come to him by faith. I trust in you. I believe in you. I believe in none else but you.